guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kelly, aka Kels from K-Skate Studios, and today I'm going to share some things I wish I would have known sooner when I started doing photography. Number one, I have my notes here just so I don't forget, but number one, I wish I would have known to shoot in RAW sooner. So if you don't know, you can shoot in RAW or you can shoot in JPEG. So depending on what your goal is with photography, if you're doing like portraiture and commercial photography, fashion, and like that's your goal, you definitely want to shoot in RAW. Now with RAW, you have a lot more information that comes with the photo. So the file is going to be way larger, which means you need a larger SD card if you don't have one already. And you also need to have good external drives so you'll have enough space to back up and store your photos. So with RAW versus JPEG, you have a lot more information. So when it comes to post, you can edit way more things. You can change the exposure. You can change the white balance. You have way more information when it comes to the contrast and just all the details in the photos. You have way more room to manipulate and change it in post if you decide there's something that you didn't like with the settings you chose initially. With JPEG, it's a way more condensed file, so it's a smaller file, number one. And number two, you just cannot edit as many things. Like the exposure changing, and when you have a JPEG, you can only do so much before it starts to look crazy. So that's why it's really, really important to shoot RAW. And a tip I'll talk about later for doing events, do you shoot RAW or JPEG for events? I'm not going to talk about that today, though, but I do have something that I personally do for that. My other thing would be to master the fundamentals, which kind of goes into this. So when you're shooting, sometimes you choose some settings, and when you shoot RAW, you can go and post and change it, but you want to master the fundamentals so that you choose the settings while you're shooting that you really want. So you need to know your exposure triangle. You need to know your ISO, you need to know aperture, and you need to know shutter speed. Those three things are king when you are shooting professional photos. If you don't know those things, you really need to study. In the beginning, it could kind of be confusing, but over time, if you just keep studying it, you keep finding other YouTube channels that explain it, sometimes one day it'll just click. I think that's super important. I remember somebody told me I need to get off a manual, because if I'm not off a manual and I'm shooting automatic, I'm not a real photographer. And I was appalled, you guys. I'm like, my composition is good. My direction is good. What do you mean I'm not a real photographer? But once I really started digging into my settings, I realized, oh, okay, now I'm a beast. Because now I know what I want. I know what I want it to look like, and I know how to make my camera do it. Which brings me to my next tip, which is to learn your camera, learn your equipment. Everybody's camera has different tinks and things that it can do and ways you can go into settings and change things. So you definitely want to take time to really learn your camera. Watch as many YouTube videos as you can. Pull up the manual. Just go play with it. Practice. Excuse me. Mess up some photos because you're playing with the different settings trying to see what you can do. Like those things are really crucial, I think, the more you learn your camera, because I've been in situations where I'm on set and I accidentally put my camera into a setting and I don't even realize how I got there and why it's doing what it's doing. But you need to know your camera because you need to be able to adjust it on the fly. So the better you know your camera, the better you know your settings, the better photographer you're going to be and the more confident you'll be when you're on set or at an event shooting something. Okay, another tip that I think we all need sometimes is to share your work. Simple, right? It should be simple. But you know what our Erykah Badu say, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit, okay? So sometimes we don't share. Sometimes we just start hoarding our art. We don't tell anybody that we're even doing photography, or we share and then we didn't get the feedback that we thought we should get. But sometimes you got to share it online and get random feedback. Sometimes you just need to share it with your close inner circle, see what they think. And don't let what people say or don't say about your work keep you from pushing forward. Like if they give you honest feedback and think you can do better, that doesn't mean stop. That doesn't mean you're not good. That means they see something that and it might not be what your goal is. I've had feedback sometimes that it's like, that's not what I was trying to do with the photo. But because you brought it to my attention, now I can teach myself how to do what you thought I was trying to do just to make myself better. But I know what my goal and my direction is as a photographer. But generally, when you think about it, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when we first start, we don't really know our style or our aesthetic right away because we're still learning the craft. So as much feedback as possible. When you hear from somebody's work that you respect and they give you feedback, like, it's just helpful. It's helpful. So share your work online, do workshops where you can share your work. Sometimes people will do audits online. They'll like audit people's portfolios for free and give feedback. Sometimes I've sent my work to other professional photographers just to get feedback. And I just think it's really, really important to share your work. And then I think the most important thing I would say that I wish I knew sooner, I wish I knew about insurance. So if you know, you know, okay? Our equipment is expensive, you guys. And if something happens to our equipment on set, if it's damaged, if it's stolen, if it's lost for some reason, I've had my equipment stolen. It's not nice. And I didn't know anything about insurance at the time. And it's like crazy to me because it's like, duh, I should have insurance. I have thousands and thousands worth of equipment on me at any moment, and it's not insured. So if I break it or do something to it, it's an investment piece that I saved up all this money to get, and now I can't replace it. So, and then there's levels to it. So when I lost my equipment before, I learned about renter's insurance. I didn't even know about it. It's not very expensive. You have car insurance and your car is broken into and they steal stuff out of your car. They will repair the car, but they will not replace the stuff inside your car. If you have renter's insurance and someone stole equipment out of your car, then they will replace the equipment in your car. If someone broke into your house, they will replace the equipment in your house. I believe if you break the equipment, that might be a different type of insurance. I don't want to speak too soon. But you want to insure your items. So then there's levels to it because they will replace personal items if you get a certain type of insurance. If you are a legit business and you're conducting business and your business equipment is stolen, you might need to pay an extra fee in order to have your business equipment insured. So there's personal items, there's business items, there's insurance for, right now I have a studio, so there's a different type of insurance I have to have in order to cover the space so that if a client or somebody comes into the space and they injure themselves and they want to sue me or they have medical bills and things, I have an insurance that covers for that. But even in that insurance, I have to put an extra insurance protection over the equipment in here. It's levels to the insurance, but you always want to make sure your equipment is insured. And it's not that expensive. It could be anywhere between $18 to $20 to maybe $40 a month, which if you think about it, it's worth it, you guys. Especially now, a lot of people are stealing. A lot of people are hungry right now. A lot of people are like, trying to come up. So I would definitely not wait on insuring your items. It's a life changer. That's my top tip. I wish more people would talk about that. I wish more people would share their experiences with it. Keep your receipts. Keep your receipts, because if you do have to get it replaced, if you have copies of your receipts for the equipment that is stolen, your cameras, your laptop, your audio equipment, your monitors, it's expensive and it's an investment and it's worth taking the time to insure your items. Thank you guys. I hope you guys tune in again. Let me know what else you guys want to know. Yeah, this was fun. This was easier than last time. I'm your girl, Kels. If you like this video, please subscribe. Please share. Leave a comment below. Let me know some tips and things you wish you would have known sooner. Let me know if you guys have heard these tips already. And let me know what you want to talk about next time. Peace.